Yes, you are alive.
There you go. All right. Good morning, everybody. This is Aditya from WorldStartup. I am joining this mini conference from The Hague in the Netherlands. I am an Indian expat and I have been living in the Netherlands for over 5.5 years now. And I'm the venture sourcing lead at WorldStartup, which is a global entrepreneurship platform. And what we do is we help corporate startups and governments realize true potential of entrepreneurship. Everybody that's joining us from all over the world, very welcome. It's so nice you're able to make the time to join us here today. I think as time goes, we'll have more and more people joining. We have over 250 people that registered for this event today. So this mini conference is organized by the Hague Business Agency, along with WorldStartup, the Hague Tech, Yes Delft, Innovation Quarter, the Hague Security Delta, along with the Indian Embassy in The Hague, and also the Dutch Embassy in Delhi and the Dutch Consulate in Bangalore. The Hague, we call it the city of impact. You might have already noticed that all of our breakout sessions in the program area have been called Impact something. And that is because we really embrace doing good and doing business. And we really think that these two things go hand in hand. Something I would really like to highlight, as an expat coming to the Netherlands and, living and doing business here in The Hague, is that The Hague is known as one of probably the most welcoming city in whole of Netherlands. I read somewhere that in The Hague, nobody is an island. We like collaborating and forming coalitions and welcoming entrepreneurship. You will also see most of the hubs of the city are represented here today in today's events. And we are all here to embrace you. And I do not know too many cities that are able to do this on a consistent basis. So I hope you're able to join us in some capacity. Ali, can we play the video about the Hague Business Agency, please? Thank you very much. Well, before I go into the program and explain to you how the rest of the morning or afternoon, if you're calling from India, is going to look like, I would like to invite Anish Kishon, who is the business advisor at the Hague Business Agency. He will tell us a little bit more about why we are here today.
Yes, thank you, Aditya. And first of all, as the host of this event, I would like to welcome everyone from all over the world to our first ever digital conference of the Hague Business Agency. Warm welcome and special welcome to Deputy Mayor Saskia, His Excellency Venu Rajamoni, and His Excellency Marten van den Berg. As Aditya said, my name is Anish Kishon. I'm International Business Advisor IT Tech for the Hague Business Agency. And I'm pleased to have this event organized together with all the involved parties. Well, as you might have seen and might have noticed, in the past times, our reality has changed drastically. I mean, we as the Hague Business Agency are the responsible acquisition partner of the municipality of The Hague for the attraction of foreign companies to our city. And because of COVID, we face that our work has been impacted drastically. We realize that we must adapt to the new reality and that we must find new ways to facilitate international entrepreneurs in their journey to expand internationally. And that is why I'm very pleased today that together with the municipality of The Hague, together with the hubs of our ecosystem, we managed to find a new solution for entrepreneurs, for international entrepreneurs that would like to expand and explore the European market. Today, I am happy to announce the first ever digital soft landing program in the Netherlands. So as the first city of the Netherlands, we are basically have developed this platform. It's an online platform where we are able to groom, prepare, and guide international startups to explore the European market. We do that in a four-step process. If you look at the screen, you see the central landing page where we have built a repository where you can find all information about the startup ecosystem in The Hague. On the right-hand side, you will find a centralized event calendar of all the major activities happening in our city. And the pink bar says it all, apply now, soft landing. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. I'm happy that you're the first ones today to view this first visual impressions of the Digital Soft Landing program. This program has been specifically designed for you, the entrepreneurs who cannot travel because of travel restrictions, because of COVID, but still have the potential, still want to create impact and still want to explore new territories. We are together with the ecosystem providing you a solution to keep following your mission and your dreams. If you go into the process, if you click on apply now, you see that you can submit your pitch deck. Basically, what we would like to know is who are you as a company? How are you creating impact? Why are you choosing for The Hague? And how are you creating or how are you of added value to our ecosystem? Based on that, the selection committee will evaluate that. And if you pass the criteria, you will get a go from our selection committee. After that, you will end up in the actual soft landing program, the actual process, which consists of 4 steps. The first one is explore. Here you are able to meet and greet with the ecosystem through a digital fact-finding trip. You will get appointments scheduled through an all-online process where you meet the relevant members of our ecosystem. Step 2, once you have a good understanding of the ecosystem, you go into the next stage, which is adjust, which is market readiness training. In this step of the process, we are training and guiding you how to refine your proposition for the European market, and we train you on how to do business in Europe. Once you have a good proposition for the European market, you go into the connecting stage, which is an online matchmaking tool where you can find and meet relevant partners and customers. The last stage of the process is basically about integrating. There we look at what are the last actions that we need to take to further embed you in the ecosystem. And at the end of the process, if you have successfully completed it, we hope that you have traction on the European market and that we perhaps can even prepare you for European relocation. As Aditya earlier said, this platform and our city is all about impact. We are creating this platform for impact innovators. Our city and Deputy Mayor Saskia will highlight this during her speech as well. We are the exact crossover between impact and innovation because of our leading position as impact capital and being one of the upcoming IT hubs of Europe. Having said that, I'm glad to announce that this initiative came out as a follow-up of the digital, as a follow-up of the MOU between India and The Hague, between Karnataka and Telangana. And therefore, we are launching this platform from 1st December onwards and open up the pilot for Indian entrepreneurs who would like to explore and tap the European market through an all-online process. Please stay tuned for the application deadlines with our social media channels. Follow us. We will give you more insights in the coming time about this platform. So make sure you follow us and stay in touch with us and sort of sign up for the coming webinars that are to follow. And before I give the word back to you, Aditya, I wish everyone a very good conference and might you be inspired by our ecosystem.
Anish, thank you very much. That's you put it very well about what The Hague is all about and also about the soft landing program. So this is going to be live very soon. Do follow us on the social media channels, but we'll also reach out to you as a follow-up with the links and how you can get in touch with us. Thank you very much, Anish. Ali, can we have the next slide? And while we do this, I'd like to say we have quite a few breakout sessions happening today. We have over 30 speakers and we will have close to 250 participants. This is quite a lot, and we might experience some technical difficulties. And if that does happen, please bear with us. We will try to bring back the speakers ASAP. And we have a very good technical team and expect things to go all right. Okay, and in case you're not able to see some of the speakers, we can ensure that you'll get in touch with them after the event. I would like to give a shout out to our partners who made this event happen. Most of them you will see in the breakout rooms coming right after the plenary session. You will see also our Indian partners, especially from T-Hub, from SRIX, from Crescent, from IndyGram, CCamp, and Riddle. It's because of them that we are able to do an event of this magnitude. And they will also be moderating the breakout rooms happening afterwards. Next slide, please. Yes, so these are some of the speakers we'll have coming up. So following me, we'll have the Deputy Mayor of The Hague, followed by the Dutch ambassador and then the Indian ambassador. So this is going to be the first half of the program. The next slide. Followed by this, we're going to have a 45-minute breakout session. So all of you have signed up for your own specific breakout rooms. So as soon as the plenary part finishes, you will automatically be let into the breakout rooms. And the breakout rooms more or less have the same format. You will hear from the local hubs in the region. You will also hear from well, you could hear from 1 or 2 hubs from the region, and then you could also hear from 1 or 2 entrepreneurs that have established their business in those sectors in the region as well. Most of them are international entrepreneurs, and we did that also to make it more relatable for you to hear their own personal stories. What have they managed to do successfully? What are the challenges that they faced? How did they overcome them? So hopefully you're able to also find some time to connect with them personally and interact with them as well. So we'll end those breakout rooms with about 10 to 15 minutes of interaction. And followed by that, we will regather in the plenary room where we'll have a quick wrap up, and we'll also have a word from Koos Santing from Impact City. This is an organization that helps all of the local hubs in this region coordinate and be able to do what we do best. All right. Saying that, I would like to welcome Saskia Bruines, the Deputy Mayor of The Hague, onto the screen. We traveled together to India last year, and she led our delegation together with Anesh, the Hague Tech, and the other organizations to 2 successful MOUs, or should I say renewal of MOUs with the Telangana government and also the Karnataka government. Since then, numerous partnerships have been established, and we have aspirations, big aspirations with India. So let's welcome our Honorable Deputy Mayor, Saskia.
Thank you, Aditya. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Saskia Bruines. I'm Vice Mayor of the municipality of The Hague. And of course, I would have preferred to stand here in person in front of you. But nevertheless, I am glad that I can still welcome you to The Hague, to digital The Hague, I should say. Not only because of this online event, but because The Hague is truly a digital city. The internet and digital technology play an increasingly important role in our lives. New digital technologies open, renew, and change the world as we know it. These new developments make our lives easier, but also require new solutions. And as the international city of peace and justice, The Hague offers a unique network of organizations, companies, governments, and knowledge institutions to secure safety, not only in the physical world, but also in the digital world. In some 400 different organizations, more than 30,000 people daily work together in The Hague to increase security around the globe, with a particular focus on cyber security. And there are also many Indian companies in our municipality active in emerging technologies like AI, blockchain, IoT, cybersecurity. And you are part of that community too. And therefore it's an honor to introduce this soft landing program and this platform that profiles the collaboration between The Hague and India, which started in 2015 with Karnataka and Telangana, when we signed our first MOU with Telangana on cybersecurity, followed by signing of another MOU with Karnataka in 2016. And this collaboration enabled us to extend our focus to the exchange of technology and innovation on a broader scale with our mutual ecosystems. Successfully, I might say, as it has resulted in the organizations of joint hackathons, knowledge sharing, and Indian startups exploring the ecosystem in The Hague and vice versa. And I had the honor to lead this trade mission to Karnataka and to Telangana in 2019, which led to the renewal of the MOUs. And with these renewals, the current relation will be taken to the next level by actively connecting the relevant institutes from the region Hague and the other way around. These were knowledge institutes, hubs, and sector representatives that bring impact to our societies. And they were introduced to similar counterparts in India. And herewith the relationship has been extended from to relationship to an institution relationship as well. Moreover, in 2019, two Indian tech giants, Mudra and JK Technosoft, decided to settle in The Hague for their European operations. Mudra because of our leading position in cyber as a cyber hub in Europe, and JK Technosoft because The Hague belongs to the top 5 fastest growing tech hubs in Europe. Ladies and gentlemen, that was last year, which seems under the current circumstances light years away. COVID-19 is impeding the traditional ways of pursuing the MOU. And this crisis makes us realize that we must facilitate the transition to the new economy. Entrepreneurs show creativity and resilience when dealing with Corona, and so must we. And therefore, in collaboration with the Hague Business Agency and partners within our ecosystem, we have developed this digital soft landing program. And this digital soft landing program is a new online instrument to prepare impact innovation startups for their expansion to Europe through The Hague. We focus on Indian startups because this initiative is initiated as a digital way to follow up on the MOUs with Karnataka and Telangana. And this digital soft landing program is fully online, consisting of 4 steps to improve impact innovation, as explained already by Anesh. The first one, explore, digital fact-finding trip. The second one, adjust, market readiness training. The third one, to connect, matchmaking. And the fourth, integrate, ecosystem integration. What's the importance of this soft landing program? By launching the digital soft landing program, we strive to activate and to improve our mission-driven ecosystem by attracting technology startups which are making impact. And due to the many challenges that Indian society faces, the country has a broad expertise on impact innovations. There are social entrepreneurs in India who come up with real solutions for real problems. They use emerging technologies to create a better and safer and more just world. And that's exactly what we strive for in The Hague. So let's join forces to learn from each other and inspire each other and improve each other. The startups in this impact domain are a great addition to The Hague's ecosystem, since they usually cover at least one sustainable development goal by using one of the key technologies like AI, like blockchain or IoT. The crossover on impact and innovation is the exact niche for which The Hague provides the ideal infrastructure to grow and develop further into the European market. Moreover, our mission is to be the friendliest city for entrepreneurs in the Netherlands by 2030. And this ambition includes better preparation of starting entrepreneurs and help them realize their growth ambitions. And our digital soft landing program contributes to this mission of The Hague as a strategic gateway also for Indian companies. And I hope that many Indian startups will join our digital soft landing program in the coming time and follow the already existing Indian tech giants in our ecosystem as HCL and Tech Mahindra. The Hague has turned out to be the ideal gateway to Europe and the Netherlands for Indian companies because of the city's strategic location within the Randstad area, upcoming startup hubs, presence of well-established tech cluster with local and international players, and the presence of a triple helix. In addition, our city has a flourishing expat community. The Hague has the second largest Indian diaspora in the European Union, a beautiful historical center, state-of-the-art business areas, nice housing, and several international schools, 4 universities working in our city, and located at the sea with an 11-kilometer long beach. So, ladies and gentlemen, this digital soft landing platform focuses on the mutual reinforcement of overlap between the strong elements of The Hague's and India's expertise in the ecosystem. So to go short, we welcome and be The Hague. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Deputy Mayor Saskia. I'm just being told that over 50% of the attendees indicated that they want to expand the business to The Hague. So
very good.
Yeah, so indeed. So this is a good time to take things digital and still continue doing what you're doing. Thank you very much.
Going very fast now. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. All right. Next up, I'd like to ask His Excellency Marten van den Berg, who is the Dutch ambassador to India, to come onto the screen. I've been following the work of his team in India. They have been organizing hundreds of webinars and conferences and delegations in the past 3-4 months. Really kudos to your team with Ravleen, Luisa, Akansha, Heina, and the rest of your team. How you're continuing to help entrepreneurs in these times is very inspiring, and that's something that we all would like to learn from. His Excellency, please take it over from me.
Yeah, thank you so much, Aditya. And I think today we are all going digital, so this is really the way to move forward. And I'm happily surprised what is possible through a virtual world. And you see a lot of connectivity and connections taking place. So that's really very, very inspiring. For me, it's really very nice to join this event, to be part of this program. I was born in The Hague, I was raised in The Hague, so I know by my own experience what a wonderful city The Hague is, wonderful to live in, to work in. It's an innovative city, and I know also by my own experience it's extremely welcoming people from all over the world, and especially also people and companies from India. So it's really nice to be part of this great program. I think if you look to the Dutch economy, if you have to characterize the Dutch economy, I think there are two very, very important dimensions. First one is the openness of the economy, the openness of the society. And the other dimension is the innovation part, innovativeness of the Dutch economy. And I think if you look to how the Netherlands is positioned worldwide, perhaps we are even the most globalized economy in the world. And on innovation, for example, we have a 3rd place on the 2019 Global Innovation Index. It just illustrates how very innovative we are. And I think it's also very much necessary for us And for me, I think new technologies and new companies are in a way the oxygen for a economy, for a society. And I think that's also the reason why we as the Netherlands offer a very open, a very innovative society. And also why are so many companies from all over the world, so many technology institutions from all over the world are based in the Netherlands, and using the Netherlands as a platform, as their base for European activities. And especially after the Brexit, you see that happening more than ever. I think also if you look back to the history of the Netherlands and India, I think the first Dutch people came early 1600 to India. So we really share a very, very long history. And we have very, very close ties, whether it's in the economics. So many Indian companies are based in the Netherlands. I'm sure Venu knows a lot about it. And also very well-known Dutch names are also very well-known names in India, like Philips or Hindustan Lever. But also there are a lot of students from India going to the Netherlands, a lot of Dutch universities based here and active in India. We have a lot of heritage. We had a wonderful state visit last year. We see also connections in football, Dutch players here being active. In hockey, of course, field hockey. We even, well, there's a famous cricket player, Suresh Raina, who's very connected to the Netherlands. Although I don't think we should ever play against India as a Dutch team because we're not even near to the quality of the Indian team. Anyhow, it's always fantastic to see IPL matches here in India. So I think there is a very strong connection between India and the Netherlands, and also between The Hague and India, which was, I think, illustrated by the wonderful visit also of you, Saskia, here to India. Indeed, as you said, Saskia, the world of pre-COVID is very, very different from the world of COVID. And I think we all face enormous challenges today with how to deal with the COVID situation. On the other hand, I think COVID also gives opportunities and never waste a crisis. I think COVID, and I hope COVID will, really increase alertness within societies to address all the challenges we have, whether it's in healthcare, in climate, and I hope governments will really take this as an opportunity. And innovations are very, very key to address all those challenges. And I think Netherlands and India are really natural innovation partners. And we also see a very close collaboration on innovations, but also very much connecting innovations to the challenges of society. The Sustainable Development Goals are really key core in our bilateral relationship. And it's really the Netherlands and India, we really try to make an impact together in the world, dealing with all kinds of challenges. And I think the partnership is doing very well. As Aditya also said, we had lots of activities, hundreds of visits, digital missions. So we really like to increase and to continue already a very, very good relationship. And you can also see that with the WorldStartup, we have organized many webinars in the Indo-Dutch innovation, like biotech, medtech, and I'm really looking forward to intensify those collaboration, even it's in the short run only on a virtual basis. I know, as I said before, from my own situation and personal situation, The Hague is a very, very welcoming city for people from all over the world, for companies. It's a very innovative city. And as I think the soft landing program is just a wonderful illustration of how The Hague is really welcoming new companies and helping them to expand, to invest, to grow, to start business, and to use The Hague as a hub for European activities. So I'm very, very happy to witness a launching of this program. Wishing everybody a wonderful day, very interactive, very collaborative. And I think, and I will hope it will lead to many more interactions and connections between The Hague and India, between the Netherlands and India, and that we really can have a big impact on the society of today. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador. Very well said. Never waste a crisis. Wow. Very, very eloquently put. Also, Ravleen from the ambassadors team is also very much active in the chat. So if you would like to get in touch with the ambassadors team, please reach out to her. And the ambassador also mentioned about the long history both of the countries share, India and the Netherlands. And I'd actually like to share a link here in the chat to everybody. These are actually books written by our next speaker, who is the Indian ambassador to the Netherlands. His Excellency has written books about India and the Netherlands, past, present, and the future, and also about what can the Dutch, what can we learn from the Dutch in rebuilding Kerala post the 2018 floods. His Excellency, please take it over from us. I'm very much looking forward to hearing you.
Thank you, Aditya, and in particular, thank you for that pitch for my 2 books, which I have authored while here in the Netherlands.
You're welcome.
Good morning to everyone here in the Netherlands, and good afternoon to all in India. It's truly a pleasure to join this mini conference being organized by the Hague Business Agency and various partners. And I'd like to compliment the City Government of The Hague Business Agency, and all for having organized this excellent conference. I think it's the fact that you have drawn such a huge participation from India is truly commendable. It is equally important, I think. I heard it being mentioned that this is the first such mini conference being organized by the Hague Business Agency. And it's wonderful that you have chosen India as the main target audience for this conference. I think the digital soft landing program that is being launched by the Hague Business Agency is excellent. It's a wonderful opportunity for Indian businesses to explore the city of The Hague, and through the city of The Hague, all of Europe, for future investments, for future business collaboration and partnerships. I would urge the participants to make the best use of this facility. I would also request them to disseminate knowledge about this to their collaborators and their peers. And on my behalf, on behalf of the Embassy of India, let me say that we would be very happy to closely work with the Hague Business Agency in taking this soft landing program forward. To my Indian friends, I would like to say that every year we have seen a steady growth in the number of companies coming into the city of The Hague. We work very closely with the municipality of The Hague on a number of issues, including attracting of new businesses into The Hague. We have also worked with them on the various trips that they have made to India and the MOUs that they have with Bangalore and Telangana. So this mini conference as a follow-up to those MOUs is also an excellent idea, which we strongly compliment the city government for. As far as we in the Indian government are concerned, we see no conflict of interest whatsoever between the Dutch government and its various agencies and us in India. We are all of one mind in the need to strengthen our economic partnership, to take our relations, whether it be in terms of investments or trade, to new heights. We would like to see more and more Indian companies come here to the Netherlands. We would like to see more and more Dutch companies come to India. And most important of all, I think we would love to see more and more startups here. We would like to see startups in India collaborating with Dutch startups to find solutions for the challenges that confront Europe, that confront Netherlands and India, as well as the whole world. As has been mentioned by previous speakers, India is a country known for social entrepreneurs. It is a country known for impact innovators, just as much as the Netherlands is. And Hague in particular has significant strengths in the field of cybersecurity. Because of the COVID situation, business as well as governance is increasingly turning digital. All contacts are becoming more and more digital than any time before. This brings in a heightened need for cybersecurity. And in all these aspects, I think Hague is a wonderful partner for Indian businesses. So I strongly urge each one of you who are participating in this program to take advantage of this soft landing program, and assure you that the Embassy of India is with you. My colleagues will also post our emails on the chat, and you can reach us through our website and our social media. We are happy to answer any questions that you may have in addition to the Indian Embassy here in the Netherlands. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just give a brief, since this is an opportunity to talk to all of you, let me give a brief overview of the startup ecosystem. COVID, as all of you know, has affected businesses, has disrupted businesses. So in some ways for startups, there have been opportunities, but many startups are also struggling and are finding it difficult to make both ends meet because of their small scale and because of the disruption that has happened in the economy. Prior to the COVID, India has the third largest startup ecosystem in the world, with a year-on-year annual growth estimated at 12 to 15%. In 2018, we had about 50,000 startups, out of which 8,900 to 9,300 were technology-led startups. 1,300 new startups were born in 2019 alone, meaning there are 2 to 3 startups born every day in India. And about 30,000 startups are officially recognized by our Ministry for Promotion of Industry and Investment, and being supported in whatever manner possible by the government. According to a survey conducted by NASSCOM, which is the technology industry body for the software industry in India, as a result of COVID, 9 in 10 startups have registered a decline in revenue, and a little over a third have unfortunately been forced to halt their operations. But we believe that this is a temporary decline, and they would be able to revive as the Indian economy and the global economy revives next year. The bright spots in the startup sector have been in the ed tech business. Education, as all of you know, has gone digital in a very big way. 14% of businesses in ed tech have reported an increase in revenue. Business to business startups have also seen less revenue drops. Ed tech received fresh investments in India of around US dollar 1.1 billion in 2020. Which is the highest ever annually till date, and 4 times higher compared to last year. Despite the corona crisis, a number of startups have continued to raise money, raise investments from within the country as well as abroad. Another online education company, Unacademy, has raised $110 million in February and closed a new round of 150 million in September. We believe India, with its large consumer market, an internet market with about 730 million users, is a huge opportunity for companies from around the world as well as companies in India. The high penetration of low-cost 4G internet has opened up many avenues and doors for new business opportunities. We in the embassy here have also been focused on trying to expand our collaboration in the tech field, in the field of startups. Just yesterday, I was participating in a global dialogue on next generation agriculture, where the Netherlands was partner country, where a number of new ideas came up on startups which are possible in the field of agriculture, for example, through an Uberization of agriculture equipment, or by extensive use of sensors in agriculture in a country as large as India, where agriculture still has not reached the high technology levels of the Netherlands. The health sector, which is impacted across the world, is an area where there are major opportunities for collaborations in terms of startups. And the fintech sector is another sector where we see a lot of promise. Everyone across the world is moving towards digital and contactless delivery of financial services. There are opportunities, or there is need for greater and greater cybersecurity as well as fraud prevention when it comes to fintech. InsurTech in a country like India, which is grossly underinsured, provides a major opportunity. The life insurance penetration in India is only 2.7% of the population, and non-life is less than 1%. The pension space is also a major sector of opportunity for fintech startup developers. We hope this digital soft landing program, which is being launched by the city of The Hague, we hope the efforts of the Dutch government and the Indian government jointly to strengthen and to improve our economic relations will lead to more and more Indian startups working closely with Dutch startups to provide solutions which bring benefit as well as economic growth to the people of both our countries. Thank you very much and have a great conference.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador, for spreading the positivity and also for giving the impression of what is happening in India, but also highlighting the areas which we should further explore to collaborate. Also, it was very interesting to hear 2 to 3 startups born every day. Very impressive. Yeah, we look forward to continuing working with you together with the Hague Business Agency and the other partners. Let's help entrepreneurs from India expand to the Netherlands and the other way around. Let's continue helping people. Thank you very much. All right. Oh, I also see Mrinalini from the ambassadors team has also left her email address for contact in the chat. So if somebody's looking for that connection, please also do that. I also see Heina from the consulates in Bangalore has also left an email address if you'd like to do that. I'm also being told we have over 50% of the audience are from startups, 10% are from the government, and nearly 10% are scientists and researchers, and nearly 10% are from corporate, and we also have several investors joining us here today. Okay. In about 10 minutes, we're going to go into the breakout rooms, and you're going to be automatically put into the breakout rooms. Probably we will go into these sessions a little bit sooner, so you can also settle in a little bit, and the speakers can test their audio and video as well. So this is going to happen automatically. You don't have to do anything. If somebody hasn't chosen a session and is part of this event, no worries, we will help you choose a session as well. When you do enter these breakout rooms, please mute yourself. Please mute yourself when you're not speaking. Towards the end of the breakout session, there will be time for interaction, and then you can unmute yourself. Some of the moderators might prefer that you type in the questions in the chat, so please follow the moderator. Again, the format is that you will hear 1 or 2 hubs from the region first who are helping entrepreneurs, also international entrepreneurs, followed by 1 or 2 startups from this region, mostly international, but it's also very relevant to hear the Dutch entrepreneurs, how they go about doing their business here in the region. And then we will have interaction in the end. We will also help you follow up with these speakers later on. So if you didn't have the chance to exchange emails and so on, that is no issue. All right, Ali. Before I throw it out to Ali, I would like to once again thank all of our speakers. Anish, thanks for kicking this off. Deputy Mayor Saskia and His Excellency Marten van den Berg and His Excellency Venu Rajamuni. Thank you very much for doing this. And I throw it out to you, Ali. Please ensure that people are going to their respective breakout rooms. Also, we could take a 5-minute break. If you want to stretch your legs or something, please go ahead and do this right now. Thank you. See you soon.
Okay, thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Wonderful. Everyone should now get an invite to join their breakout sessions. As for Impactful AI session, please remain in the main session. Impactful AI, please remain in the main session. The other 4 breakout rooms, you'll get an invite now.
Hello?
So this session will now be the Impactful AI breakout room. I'd like to ask Olga Fielders from The Hague Tech to take over, please.
Hi guys, can you hear me? If you tell me in the chat a yes, perfect. Yes, so I see a lot of people hearing us. If you have any technical questions for this session, there's a host in the session who can you ask your question for. Welcome all, my name is Olga Wielders, one of the co-founders of The Hague Tech. We are in the Hague ecosystem. So that's why we're hosting this session. I will going to tell you a bit about what we do and who we are. And after that, I will give the word to Matthew, one of our startups that we're facilitating, an AI startup. So that's why we host this session. And there's space for some question to Matthew and to us, how we can help you, and for Matthew to share his knowledge. I would like to know, do we already start? Shall we wait 5 minutes? I think we should wait 5 minutes for everyone to get back from their break, right? Okay. Then I will see you in at 10:55.
Okay, wonderful. If anybody here who is supposed to join any of the other sessions, apart from Impactful AI, please unmute yourself and tell me now, and I will assign you to that session.
Well,
hi Bart, I should be in Smart Cities. I'm Rupali.
I should be in the security group. Bert.
Guys, would you mind dropping that in the chat to the grand host, please?
I've already done that.
Okay, on it.
Hey guys. Can you guys hear me, Olga?
Yes, I hear you. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Who else is there, Olga? In this, I guess Matthew as well, right? Hey Matthew, can you hear me?
Yes, Rama.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sorry guys, some issue at my end. So are we ready to get started, guys?
We're just waiting a few more moments. I think we're starting at 10:55.
Okay, sounds good.
In the meantime, for the people who are here, you can introduce yourself in the chat and maybe tell us already what you're looking for.
Okay. It's going in and out for me. For you guys, the connection is fine. Okay. Okay.
So I guess we could kickstart this. So I'll introduce myself. My name is Rama. I'm the Chief Innovation Officer for T-Hub. We're based out of Hyderabad. We are India's largest startup ecosystem, and we are en route to building the world's largest startup ecosystem here. So obviously, startups, innovation, and entrepreneurship is something that we do on a daily basis. I think we're very happy to be here as part of this Hague program to foster partnership and further the cause of innovation. And we are going to kind of keep it casual and light so that one, it doesn't get too boring, and get Olga, get Matthew to kind of talk freely about things that we want to hear. And then I'm going to keep enough time for Q&A so that it's more meaningful and the value of this breakout session comes out, right? And if there is anything just buzz me or put a message on the chat. So I think what I'll do is I'll start with Olga, and Olga, just kind of talk about yourself, and then maybe you want to introduce the Hague Tech a little bit more than what people have read or seen, and what is it that you guys do, and give us something that why do you think Hague is stand out and people can benefit by associating with you.
I will share my screen with you. Both disabled my participant screen. I cannot share my screen. Okay. So first I will tell a bit about myself. My name is Olga Wilders. I was born in Voorburg, which is really close to The Hague. So I grew up in The Hague, and that's how I fell in love with this city. As Aditya already told you, it's a really welcoming city. It's all facilities are here to be a city, but it feels like you're in a village because everybody's so nice, know each other. They're all little coffee and good horeca, but well, also great infrastructure. That's why we're in The Hague. When I started working, I started at in Amsterdam, where I really missed the connection, so the community of this co-working space. And that's why I started this in The Hague with co-founders Willemijn de Boer and Pieter Hofman, one expert in placemaking and one expert in technology, so software developer. And well, now we're here. I'm going to share my screen now with you to tell about the Hague Tech. As you can see, the Hague Tech is an internationally focused organization with a local presence and knowledge base. With partnerships all around the world, the Hague Tech is at the heart of the globalization and internationalization, while understanding the needs for local infrastructure and communities. So that's exactly what we do, the local infrastructure and community. Who are we? Well, we're a community of innovators, entrepreneurs, and change makers on the same mission. And that mission is to accelerate the innovation through entrepreneurship and apply that innovation for global challenges. That is because we believe that innovation is accelerated when there's a commercial goal. So that's what we call entrepreneurship. But what we really miss is that the innovations that came out of those entrepreneurships that are not used yet to solve the global challenges. So that's what we really try to help. We're a 3-year-old startup, so we started 3 years ago together with our stakeholders. Very important stakeholder is the city of The Hague, of course, and all the other hubs that are here who are working with innovation. We have 500 members and more. We're with a team of 6 full-time members, and we have a campus of 5,000 square meters. We're running a program for 365 programs per year. That means at least one a day, but I have to be honest that the last months were a little less. Well, how do we come to our mission? That is that we take we manage the ecosystem here. So how do we do that? There is an ecosystem. So this is what we call the ecosystem, and we try to filter things in 3 teams. So the work and meet team, which is our campus, where we offer meeting, event space, a playground, co-working, etc. Our create and launch, that is really our programs. So the programs we have with our partners, or we offer for our partners. It's meetups, it's workshops, it's longer, it's acceleration, incubation, hackathons, education, all with the focus of entrepreneurship, technology, and change making. And then we have to create and launch, so that we're really solving the global challenges with our community. And that's how our community exists, because these 3 themes in the ecosystem are ways to attract people in our community. And if we see that they have the same mission, we invite them in our community. And with that community, we come to our mission. So how does this work? For example, the Dexterity Club, they came in. It's a program for kids to learn about tech. So they learned about how to develop software, because we think it's a very important skill. So they find us by the workspace. We talk with them. We tell everything about us, and they tell about what we do. We see, well, this is a great match, so we have them as a partner. When they're our partner, we really help them with connecting to the right persons, to the right organization. We offer them our workspace, and that's how we do. That's how our program expands. The same thing with Blockbar. Those were 2 community members who are working with blockchain, and they thought we need a place to share knowledge more about blockchain, because it's a new technology and there are so many opportunities to work with. So that's why we started. They want to start with us a blockchain lab in The Hague. So we meet them through our work and meet space, and now it's a program where people can share and learn, but also a thing where they create and launch together. So a lot of new products came out of this Blockbar. Of course, there's a soft landing, The Hague program, where we, together with the important parties of this ecosystem that can help you, like Yes Delft, the Hague Business Agency, Innovation Quarter, and WorldStartup, we built a soft landing program for international startups to soft land in The Hague, where Matthew is one of our examples for. But also, we have a very big community of GovTech companies. They came in because they want to have their innovation hub in our campus. So they come in through Work and Meet, for example, or through the program. So they come to one of our programs, they see the space, and that's how they, we combine all the expertise. And that's how we started the GovTech NL initiative. The GovTech NL initiative is now based at The Hague, and we have parties like Centric, which is one of their biggest corporates for innovation and technology for the local government, but also our police, DigiCampus, which is there from our ministries to connect startups better to the ministry. So if you have a startup that is focused on, or could be focused on, helping government to innovate, we have a program for that. Then last thing I want to tell you about is our Hackathon for Good. That is one of our own programs where what we do is, it's a share and learn program. It's a create and launch opportunity. and it's hosted on our Work and Meet campus. What we do is, together with WorldStartup, Yes Delft, the City of The Hague, Impact City, Humanity Hub, and The Hague Security Delta, we offer a program for parties who do have a global challenge what can help people or planet with solving their challenge. We do that by having data sets, offering a program to design AI solution for that program, for that data sets. But what we do is we offer a program to focus on the ethic, the legal, and the security side of AI, which are really important themes during this time. We do that together with India, so we also trying to get more talent from India to solve on this hackathon. Last two editions, we invited a team, so really locally, but now we're going to do it online because of COVID. So you're all invited. If you want to know more, let me know to help solve challenges, for example, for the Ministry of Defense. Yeah, as I told you, join us. The last one I already told you, you can join us to let us solve your tech challenge or solve for one of our challenges. Of course, share and learn, so join one of our programs, the soft landing, an incubation or an acceleration program. Come to our digital competence and education center where you can learn your digital skills. And if you want to be here at The Hague, you can have your office, your meeting, your brainstorm or event here. But first step is become member for the 56.50 euros per month, so we can help you connect in this ecosystem. In the meantime, there are people coming into the meeting room. So welcome to all of you who are here a little later. Well, it's really nice to meet you all in this digital. It's a bit new still for us to have digital events. We do a lot of digital talks, of course, but we're really happy that WorldStartup, one of our campus partners, but also one of our programs partners, is hosting this with us. And now I would really like to give the word to Matthew so he can tell his journey, because all I'm telling you is information, but Matthew can tell about how this really works for entrepreneurs. And if you have questions after that, we're really happy to.
Sure. Thanks, Olga. I think, Matthew, if you can help, like, talk about your experience, if you have been part of the Hague Tech, and what are the things that you really kind of, got from there? If you can expand it for our audience here, that will be nice. And
sure.
Olga, I'm going to come back to you with more questions from my side, which I think people may want to know. But I'll also wait for the messages on the chat that keeps coming in and try to relate in. Matthew, please go ahead. Introduce yourself. Talk about Voicey as well. And I think for all the participants, if you guys want to turn on your video, just so that we can see that, you're not a bot, just kidding. So, we can kind of, connect as well. And if you want to reach out, the people here, you can message or ping, right? So sure. Go ahead, Matthew.
Great. Thank you, Rama, and thank you, Olga, for the introduction. So I'm the co-founder of Voice. We help insurance companies monitor their call centers. So we came to The Hague, my co-founder and I, from South Africa in March this year, officially as part of the soft landing program, and we came from South Africa. So we have a team. We're a team of 10. We've got 8 developers in Cape Town, South Africa, and then my co-founder and I came to The Hague to set up our headquarters of the company. Right now, we are just 2.5 years old. We are focusing on the financial service market. So right now, our software is in 12 call centers 8 insurance companies and 4 banks, and we're helping their quality teams find which calls they should focus on. Now, my experience as coming to the Hague, I think what I'd like to speak about is some of the positives, and there's many positives, and then also some of the things to look out for when making a transition to a new country. In terms of the positives, the Hague, we chose the Hague because it's a city where it's an impact city, and there's the whole notion of doing business and doing good. And our mission as a company is to ensure the fair treatment of companies and their customers. So we monitor the call centers and we pick up any unfair issues on the calls. And the Hague is very aligned with that mission. So we chose the Hague because we felt that, you know, being based in a city that has these values just resonates with our company, and we feel very happy that we've chosen Hague for that. The next positive about the Netherlands as a whole is it's a very stable country, politically, economically. There's not much, you know, many things at all to worry about. And I know as growing a tech company, you've got enough problems to solve yourself. You don't want to have to worry about, you know, political issues and stuff that are out of your control. So the Hague is very stable. Hague and the Netherlands is very stable in that area. Third thing is things just really work here, like efficiency, registering a company, engaging with the immigration services to get your startup visa, you know, the tax authorities. It's extremely efficient, and there's no queuing. Everything is a lot of things. Most things are digital, and it absolutely just works. So you don't have to waste any time, you know, on administrative stuff. It really saved us a lot of time. Next positive about the Netherlands is the quality of life. Yeah, for us, coming from South Africa, the quality of life we have seen being slightly better. You know, just the transport system works really well. You're able to go around everywhere on bicycles. That is, you know, improves the quality of life tremendously. And then lastly, people are really willing to help. So Olga at the Hague Tech arranged that we got our startup visa. The Hague Business Agency emailed us and corresponded on emails and had meetings maybe dozens of times. Yes, Delft, Innovation Quarter, there's all these organizations who are committed to helping you and actually genuinely, you know, reach out, connect you to people, make connections. And that couldn't, you know, normally I was a bit skeptical that, you know, this might just be marketing, but actually it was all real. Some things to look out for is when you're moving into a new country. We made one mistake where we decided to go initially and register a company online because it was a lot cheaper and not use a lawyer. And we actually ended up having to redo that process because we didn't get any advice. We just did it online and we thought it was, you know, going to be fine. And you know, we ended up issuing 2 little shares, and we then had to end up redoing it all, which cost us more than it had been had we gone to a lawyer in the first place. Second thing is the Netherlands obviously is a different country, so there's a different culture to your own country. So you just have to understand the culture and be willing to learn about it and contribute. The third thing is the cost of labor will be higher than in India, than in South Africa. So we kept our engineering team in Cape Town because it's, you know, 3 times more cost effective. But if you do want to hire like in sales and marketing, or where you need presence on the ground, then there are avenues that you can use to get tax rebates. So there's various schemes that can make it affordable for you to hire here. Last thing is you need to localize your solution if you're going to serve the Dutch market. So we're not serving the Dutch market. We're actually focusing on the UK market, but we've set this up as our base camp. So if you're going to serve the Dutch market, you need to translate your product service into Dutch because that's the home language here. So you just need to be mindful of that. But that's, in a nutshell, my experience. I will share our company details in the chat so you can have a look at what we do and then ask questions.
Okay. That's a good start, Matthew. I think you kind of laid out some of the key essentials, especially for people who are traveling from other countries. And I think some of what you said is absolutely important and meaningful. Matthew, can you also expand upon, you said, you use the Dutch as the base camp and, obviously looking at the UK market, which is probably one of the key markets there. Did you kind of get new customers there? And what is the timeline in which you were able to kind of crack or get some of those like business development sales thing going? And was that a good enough market to go after, or you were also looking at other European countries by kind of being at the base camp?
Sure. All right. So your question is, how easy was it to expand from the Netherlands, and which countries we've looked at? So the reason why we looked at the UK market was we're focusing on financial service companies, and the regulations they use in their call centers there are very similar to the UK. So we did identify that was the key reason. There's also for us the reason why the UK market's second reason is cost of labor is high there to hire people to do quality assessments on calls. So our solution was more cost effective to use it to monitor the calls. But that's the same in most European countries. But the ultimate one is the language of English. So our solution is only working in English. And that's why the UK market. But in terms of addressing the market, yes, it does. It depends on your industry and your sector and your distribution. Initially, we were planning to, be in Amsterdam and travel to London once a week for sales trips. But then COVID started and travel got disrupted. So we've been a bit behind on our go-to-market in the UK. So I can't give you feedback as to how it has been because it's been rather delayed. Yeah.
Okay. And Matthew, you touched upon creating an entity there. Did you kind of move your base? Was that a holding company or headquarters for you, or you created a subsidiary and still kept your main company in Africa?
Sure. So we created the holding parent company in the Netherlands, and then we had to do a flip. Now, the challenges there were, one, initially we didn't use a lawyer. We wanted to do it online, and that helped us get the startup visa because you needed to register a company. But we should have probably got some advice on how to what company to choose. We did get advice from the the support networks, but there was one thing which a lawyer would have been able to see only, and we didn't take the advice of getting a lawyer to do it. So that added a delay because we had to then redo everything. But the Netherlands is really efficient in terms of setting up the company. Things happen in a matter of days. Where things took a bit of time with us was we were flipping from South Africa. So we had to go through South African processes as well, which were a bit slower. So setting up the company in Netherlands took a few days. But moving the South African shares over and that process, that took a while because of the South African processes.
Got it. Got it. I think that is a good.
Matthew, because
Go
it's
ahead,
a session about AI and
Sure.
impact. Maybe
Sure.
you can tell something about, because Yes Delft is one of the best. It's actually the best incubation acceleration programs of the Netherlands. They were based in Delft with the university focused on IoT, more hardware. Since 1.5 years, they joined The Hague with their blockchain and AI program. So now at the moment, we do have the best AI acceleration programs in The Hague. Well, we connected Matthew to the Yes Delft team.
Yes.
But maybe you can
So
share something about your journey there, how they help you. And, they have different kind of programs, and yeah, Matthew is now in one of them.
Yeah. So thanks, Olga. So we did join. So initially we came at, we worked with Olga in The Hague Tech to get the startup visa, and then we looked for a program that we could go on to accelerate our growth, and we joined. We got accepted into Yes Delft's acceleration program. And that was, it finishes actually the end of this week. And there was ourselves, 10 other startups. We're going through a structured program. All of us are growing very, very quickly. And the most useful, probably, the most useful thing in that program has to be around other companies that are in a similar position, getting feedback from each other and seeing each other, grow and helping each other. And then they've also paired us with one incredible mentor who we meet every week, who's very networked in our space, and he's been absolutely incredible. So I would suggest if you come to The Hague and you get the soft landing, then you definitely should apply for Yes Delft for one of their programs.
Okay. Olga, do you want to expand on that AI program? Like how long, what is the tenure?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Either the mentors or the corporates who got involved.
Yeah. Well, as I told you, what we do is really build that community. So we connect all parties in the ecosystem so that we can offer you an infrastructure for local, but also for international parties. And that's what we do with the startup visa. So we look to interesting parties that we want to help connect to the ecosystem, and we invite them, we talk to them, we see what do you need. And not all parties do need a structured program. In this case, we thought it would be the best idea, so we connect them to Yes Delft, and Yes Delft, they see, well, what program is interested. They have ideation, validation, acceleration, growth. So yeah, and they know all about that, like what program is really the best for you. But we also have the WorldStartup program, the ones who are doing this session, and they have different skills. So they're really more on one startup. They, you get a more individual program, which is also really interesting. So those are the two structured programs we offer. But what we also do is connect you to a community of security, because there's a very good community and ecosystem of security. The Humanity Hub, where there are all NGOs who want to innovate, are there. So we connect you to those communities. Well, so it's not really an AI program, but what we do is we help you find the right tools, the right programs. And that's what I think is really great about this The Hague ecosystem, that everything is so well connected. So we know what's happening, we know who's here, who you want to talk to. And it's not only the startups or the programs, it's also a lot of governments. So national governments are all here. And they're working with us on to be more open. So that's why they started with DigiCampus. And DigiCampus is set up from the Ministry of Internal Affairs, but it to collaborate better between ministries, so government and startups, which is really important, we think, but hard, because the governance, they do see the opportunities, they do see the innovation, but well, they don't want to take a risk working with a startup. So we're here to be a platform, so it's not a risk, to, you know, together with them, make sure that startups do get the opportunity. And
okay, Olga, and do they have to apply for each program separately, or they just tell you this is my interest, and will you be able to kind of connect them and say, you know what, these are the programs that you want to apply for? What's the process like?
Well, you join our community, our program, and we connect you. And like, for example, with Matthew, they did get I don't know the English word, a voorrang. Like they did get like they already know us, so they believe the quality of I. So that's why they do talk with them. And but maybe Matthew can tell about.
Sure. Yeah, definitely having been connected through the Hague Tech was a sort of stamp of approval for your staff to consider us. So yes, I would say go to the choice we made of starting at the Hague Tech. I wouldn't change that. And then once you're in the Hague Tech, then look for the acceleration or the incubation or the ideation programs in the Hague area, and then get a connection through the Hague Tech. Of course, you can go online and go direct, but our experience was through the Hague Tech.
Okay. And Olga, you mentioned there is a monthly membership or a subscription that people have to kind of, you know, pay. Does that come with a desk, with a physical space? Or, yeah. Okay. And
yes. What we do is we start with the 56.50 per month. That's your community membership. We say, and for that you're part of our community, which means you can work at the community spaces, drink coffee and tea, use the internet, of course, and access to all of our programs. That doesn't mean you're allowed in all of the programs, but we really help you to go in there and all of the workshops and meetups that are hosted. But it's not yet your own desk. So if you wanna, you can expand it. But first step is come join us. We really want to have everybody in, even if they cannot pay for a desk.
Got it. And Olga, if they don't want a physical thing for now, given this COVID and everything, do you have a virtual membership of any kind where they can get associated and then kind of learn more, get associated into programs? Is there a different pricing for a virtual membership on a monthly basis?
No, the membership is the same. It's really be part of our community, and you can use the community, sort of cafe to meet each other, but you can also use our portal to meet each other, to see what's happening. And now more and more events, of course, are as well here are as online, which is great for your community membership if you're only doing it virtual. It's also possible to have only your post address here for the Chamber of Commerce to start, which is also good for startups that want to expand to the Netherlands.
Got it.
And I see a question from Arun, what were the setup costs? How long did it take to set up? Matthew, can you?
Sure. So I think, to set up the company online was around 500 euros. That was just to set up one Dutch company. But then we had to, do the, make the South African company a subsidiary and move over all the assets and stuff. So overall, we had to then get a law firm involved, and that cost us, I think, a total of 5,000 euros to do to set everything up the way we needed it to be. But to get the startup visa, you can do it. You can register a company online for under 500 euros. That will be enough to get the startup visa. Just make sure you get some advice as to, how many shares you should issue and all that stuff.
But didn't you get the Hague Business Agency, the one hosting, now is really, they're only here to help you expand to The Hague. So they really try to help you with connecting and give you advice, right?
Yes, yeah. So we didn't, we decided to go and not take the advice and to do it online without using a lawyer that they suggested. And that was our mistake. So I'm saying don't make that mistake. Yeah, take the advice.
Listen to the Business Agency. Yeah. And is there a dual tax treaty between India and Netherlands? I have to be honest that I have no idea.
So there is one between South Africa. So I think you can just find that out online.
Yeah, there is. I see someone responding. Thank you, Rupali, for answering. So we have 15 more minutes. Is there someone in this meeting who would like to ask some question, tell something about their journey so far?
Guys, feel free. Either you can message or bring something up for the discussion. Meanwhile, I'll just kind of quiz Matthew a little bit more.
Sure.
All good, Matthew, with the current state and business? Are you seeing that things have taken a lot more time, or you're still seeing people are interested in buying?
Yes. So we've had our biggest growth during the past few months because call center agents have had to go work from home. So monitoring their performance has been a bit harder. So our software has actually been the busiest few months for us. We've actually doubled taken our team from a team of 4 in January to now a team of 10. So we've grown quite a bit over the past year. But I would say being in the reason why we've been confident to hire so many people is we're now a Dutch business and our opportunities are much greater than we had before. So we know that, there will be more opportunities to sell our company down the line. There will be more opportunities for funding should we decide down the line. And having that, knowing, that feeling more assured about the future has allowed us to take a bit more risks and hire people and go for it.
Okay. There is a question somebody put out. Startups, are there startups on big data in Netherlands? I'm guessing there must be. But any, Olga, Matthew, do you all want to expand on that?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Olga will know more than me.
No, Matthew, go ahead.
There are, so definitely there are organizations that have, I think Innovation Quarter has put together a map of the startups in the Netherlands. We've been working with a gentleman there called Stef Prinsen, who's been absolutely incredible in supporting us. And he's often shared with us the list. I think we were on one of the lists. So you can just, maybe afterwards go onto Innovation Quarter's website and search it, and you'll see a list of AI companies, and in there will be big data companies. So definitely there are. There we go. Steph is listening and he put it in the chat.
Steph. Steph Prinses from Innovation Quarter, and they are here for the region. So to stimulate the region, but maybe Steph, you can present yourself, because Steph was also one of our important stakeholders in a soft landing, and as well as having Voice AI here.
Yeah, great. Yeah. So actually, I would like to highlight, based on this question, 2 reports. So one of them is actually from the Hague Tech member, and they have made a AI report and also big data companies for The Hague. And the link that I just shared also has some other more regional AI companies, of which many are actually either in the Hague Tech ecosystem and also the US Delft ecosystem. So many of those are represented there. And indeed, voice AI is on the map as well. And on the report, it also shows the market potential for several of the target markets. So for instance, AI in the agriculture sector, AI in the logistics sector, and so on. So it's also tells something about the market opportunity also for Indian companies with an interest in The Hague and the region.
Thanks, Steph.
Okay. Steph, given that you are there, if I can ask you about the Green Village thing that you guys did, is there because of more sustainability or impact that you'll look at, or it was one among other things that you'll do?
Yes, so the Green Village is a great example of one of the field labs that are in The Hague and around The Hague. And the Green Village is actually an initiative by the TU Delft, which is the university around the corner. And they built a city where actually people even live, but where also a lot of entrepreneurs, so both startups, but also larger companies and even student teams from the university can test solutions in the field of sustainable energy, but in a real life environment. So there are some students living in this village. It's really literally a little village. And they are testing a lot of things with smart grids, electric vehicles, charging infrastructure, a lot of stuff like that. So if people are interested in that, definitely reach out. Happy to make the introduction. It's quite a interesting environment to really test in a safe way.
Nice, very nice. Okay, I think we have some more time. Olga, anything that we should talk about?
Yeah, well, if there is some time, I would really like to invite you all to join our hackathon for good. Because of this year that we hosted online, there's really an opportunity for you to join. The hackathon is with challenges from organizations like our national government, but also the NGOs. And they're really looking for innovations to help them with their data sets. So it's all AI focused. You get a really nice program to design an MVP quickly, but we're also looking for innovations that are, well, already a solution for this idea. So if you have a startup in AI, look at the challenges and see, is there an opportunity for me to, well, sort of change a bit what I'm doing to help this challenge owner. And that's how we create connections with big challenge owners and startups, so they will work together. I do send a link in the chat to see if, well, if you have a challenge and you want to join. But I think if I hear who's in the chat, that it's also very interesting to join as a team to solve this challenge and design an AI focused on ethics, security, and legal.
Okay. And Olga, you said data sets will also be provided.
Yeah, and yeah, because it's the first step to really join this ecosystem and community. And you can see, well, what do we do? What parties are here? What's the quality? Maybe mute some of the people that are here through online. So it will be a great first step.
Okay, that's good. Okay, somebody is checking the smart cities talk, which is, I guess, another breakout.
I see Gerrit-Jan is coming in. That was, we have told you about the US Delft program where Matthew is part of, but maybe Gerrit-Jan can also tell about what WorldStartup is doing with AI and impact shortly.
Yeah, just quick. Yeah, so I'm from WorldStartup, also located in The Hague Tech. I'm part of the Hague Impact City startup community. And well, we are supporting startups from all over the world. Sometimes they actually join us here in the Netherlands and specifically in The Hague. And we are, well, we are always looking for interesting startups that apply great solutions for impact. And AI is, of course, one of the key technologies, and it's extremely interesting to apply for all kinds of solutions.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Thanks. I think what we will do is we will obviously kind of amplify this message here in the Indian ecosystem. I see a lot of my friends, Parvez Alam, I see Ramji, they all kind of run local incubators, ecosystems in academic, and do a phenomenal job in India. So I think great to see that we have been able to attract them here to see how they can bring more people into the hackathon, the AI challenges, and also to Olga's point earlier of how we can build this bridge between the Netherlands and India with respect to startups and innovation. So as I think T-Hub, I think we will take a leading role in terms of partnering on this side of the globe and bring in a lot of stakeholders. In fact, we would also kind of volunteer to maybe like bring stakeholders like in city at some point. I guess that's a difficult one, maybe digitally, to kind of re-amplify and re-transpose this messaging to ensure we kind of hit the right notes and we make it a big success even in this challenge times.
Yeah.
Thank you. I see in our chat two, and now already 3 people who were supposed to be in smart cities. That's interesting because
we are just more attractive. We attract more people.
Yeah. Well, we do have a great smart city ecosystem in The Hague. The Hague, the city is investing, but also WorldStartup is doing labs. But maybe you want to tell it yourself.
No, we're not necessarily. Yeah, so we were in the smart city room, but then we went out of the room into the main room. So I think we just dropped in.
Okay.
Oh, got it.
Parachuted ourselves into your world.
Okay.
But I don't immediately want to take over this world. That's a bit too much. Yeah.
Parvez, anything you'd like to add? Are you excited?
Yeah, we are very excited, and we were just. I was also moderator of the, along with Jerry, the smart city room. We were just discussing about the various things moving on. While I personally visited Netherlands, and then I've been to cities, they are very cooperative. I was saying that the language is not a barrier when you go in Netherlands, whereas not the case in other cities in Europe. So these are the important aspects, and but we were just discussing about the large chunk of market for smart cities in Asia and Middle East and Africa, because that's where the largest 75% of the largest living cities are there. So we have to strike a balance and collaborate and build a market through the technologies available in Europe with an implementation in India. Of course, these incubators like T-Hub and CIC will play a major role in collaborating with incubators like WorldStartup. We have to do the matchmaking for startups. The startups can't afford to do the B2B on their own, whereas we can facilitate them. That's my thoughts. Thanks for for organizers for organizing such a nice event.
Thanks, Parvez. I think we are probably on the clock here. Olga, anything else you'd like to wrap up in terms of?
Thank you so much for your time, and well, hopefully we'll meet you all soon in The Hague. And in the meantime, let's connect through email, LinkedIn, or chat. Yeah. And thanks for hosting.
Thanks, guys. Matthew, especially. I mean, thanks for.
Thanks, Rama.
thanks for your sharing all the things, which is very, very helpful. And Olga, thanks for taking all the details and the slide and walking us through it. Looks like we are getting merged in. So I think we are, so thanks everyone. Let's stay connected.
Thanks, Olga. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rama.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I hope
Aditya.
you've... Hey, Rama.
Hey.
I hope all of you have had a good interactive sessions.
We did. It was fun. I think Olga really kind of helped in terms of detailing all the things, and people really loved it. So thanks, Aditya, for this.
No problem, Rama.
Great set of sessions.
Yeah, nice to hear. What did your breakout session? What were the main talking points?
I think even though we were going to supposedly like get into AI data sets and a whole bunch of programs that Hague Tech helps, but I think the questions were mostly like, how do you get the thing started, right? What are the things to be aware of? And I think people are excited to get onto this bridge, access the European market, and seems like Netherlands, Hague Tech, like WorldStartup is are the top places to interact and be connected. So a whole bunch of questions ranging from how do I set up my entity there? How do I remotely access, get connected? And what are the programs that I can dip into? What are the AI data set that's available for the upcoming challenge? So I think all good questions. I think a lot of the answers came from Olga and Matthew on our panel. And I think we will stay connected, digitally disseminate. And I was telling that T-Hub will be more than happy. Aditya is is more of a friend now than a partner. So everybody is welcome. And we will kind of try and cement things here on the India side, how much ever you like.
Yeah, very much, Rama. I think we will act on this together with Olga, together with Anish, and also Karitian, our CEO from WorldStartup, is also here in the call with us. I'd also like to get a quick impression from Nadia, if you're still here. You were in the cybersecurity breakout. You were sharing your experience. How was your session like?
Oh yeah, well, you're asking me to no, that's a Dutch thing. I was going to say kind of judge my own meat, as a butcher that judges their own meat. That sounds weird in English. I had a great time, and we had some really great questions. Philip and Bert shared their stories on the ecosystem, and I hopefully was able to gain some insight on my experience as a startup of how to work within the ecosystem and the great opportunities that brings that. So I had fun.
Very nice to hear. Okay, all right. Koos, are you here with us?
Yes, I'm there, Aditya.
All
yes,
right, great.
Yes, I'm there.
Nadia, thanks for sharing your impressions. It was wonderful having you. Koos, I would like to give you the turn now. Please, we're all looking forward to hearing what you have to say.
Yes, thank you so much, Aditya. Yeah, my name is Koos Santing, and I'm the program manager of Impact City. And yeah, this whole event is about impact. And Impact City is started 5 years ago as the startup program of the city of The Hague. And yeah, in the meantime, yeah, you've seen it in the breakout sessions. We have several great innovations hub in the Hague and the region. So Impact City is, I think, now more the brand of our region, you could say. So it's the name of our ecosystem, where tech and innovation comes together, but also really a focus on, because of the peace and justice, on society. But as a municipality, we invest a lot in all those programs to really have a more entrepreneurial ecosystem in the Netherlands. And so we have all kinds of support to help you if you come here, together with the hubs. We have help with access to funding, access to corporates, NGOs, to set up, to find office space. We have great event coming up is, it was also mentioned in the breakout session, it's called Impact Fest. That's maybe a really nice touch point for you as a next event. It will be on 27, 28 and 29 of October. I will send you the link. It's online this year. So last year it was sold out, but this year it's online. So that's the good news. So everybody can join more easily. But I think what is really crucial is that this is after the 2 MOUs we signed together with India. This is a great next step. We now have the opportunity to connect the entrepreneurs and the ecosystems, because we are also, as the deputy mayor told, we are really interested to learn also from the impact entrepreneurs in India, who really solve every day. They are solving great, big issues, and we are always in The Hague. We want to have, we want to solve global issues. So in the Impact City program, we always look also for what is your contribution to the Sustainable Development Goals. So that's really important. We also help companies with this. We are currently also creating a worldwide database of companies working on the SDGs. So it would be great also if companies from India are part of this. I'm really looking forward to our collaboration with the hubs in India, with the entrepreneurs in India. I already met some people in the breakout session I've talked to before. So although it is now difficult to travel for everyone, I think this program and also the soft landing program we now launched is a great way to really make the connections between the ecosystems and to show the world that this is possible, that we can connect in these times, in these challenging times, and really connect the entrepreneurs and solve big global issues together. So I will send you more links, and everybody feel free to reach out to me directly. Yes, and Ines and Aditya, thank you so much for organizing this. I know you have put a lot of effort in this, so thank you.
Yeah, of course. Brilliant to have you join us as well. And for everybody here with us, I also sent a link for the Impact Fest as well. Well, this has been a very good morning interacting with you. And this is the start of the digital soft landing and perhaps more things. We hope to really see some of you here in the Netherlands sometime soon. I would like to actually give the final word to Anish Kison from the Hague Business Agency. Anish.
Yes, thank you, Aditya, and everyone. Welcome back to the closing session. First of all, I would like to thank everyone that is involved with organizing this webinar, especially the hubs in The Hague, the hubs in India, but also the embassies. And this kind of a setup that we have done today, creating this kind of a digital conference, is only possible if we as an ecosystem work together. And I'm happy that we did like we did today. As Koos mentioned, we have a lot of upcoming events like Impact Fest, which are coming, which might be very interesting for you to follow as well. So make sure that you stay tuned with our social media channels and follow us on LinkedIn and on Twitter. Moreover, regarding this digital soft landing program, we are starting at the 1st of December. Meanwhile, also stay in touch with us regarding the application deadlines, which we also post on our social media channels. Last but not least, I hope that you have enjoyed the session, and we also hope to see you again at the sessions that will come in the future.
Yeah, thank you very much, Anish. To everybody else, stay safe and stay happy. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you
Good day.
all.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Anish.
Yes, thanks everyone.
Thanks.
Okay. Good meeting you, Nadia. Take care, guys.
Likewise. Bye-bye.